Okay, okay, Adil Sumro. Not yet. Miss Shumaila. Mr. Faraz Ali, keep your video closed. Turn it off right now. Thank you. Okay, okay, perfect. Before we go into the details of that chapter, I would like to teach you two very important reading skills. As you can see on your screens, I hope that it is visible to all of you, skimming and scanning. Name of the book, Ibad Ahmed. It is not available on market. That's why I have given you some PDF, some uh, scanned pages of that book. You have to download them. I will provide you people with the scanned pages. Right now we don't read them. We have to do something here. I'm going to give you some homework for those pages. Okay. Right now we have to do something with this. Am I audible to you? Is the screen clear? Visible to all of you? Okay, perfect. Now we have two very important reading skills which are good for reading quickly. One is called skimming as shown in the PPT and the other is called scanning. Okay, what is skimming and scanning? Skimming is a method of rapidly moving the eye over the text with the purpose of getting the main idea and general overview of the content. Scanning, on the other hand, is rapidly covering a great deal of material in order to locate a specific set of a specific set of facts or piece of information. Look at these two definitions and try to tell me what do you think the difference is. Both of these techniques are talking about reading the text quickly, but where do you think the fundamental difference lies? Shumala Sattar, that is not possible. Yes, people, look at the two definitions, skimming and scanning. Can you tell me where is the difference? Both of them are talking about rapidly reading a text. But what do you think is the difference? We'll do a quick exercise too so that you people understand it clearly. Where do you see the difference? Take time, take your time. Okay, we get information. Miss Kainat Abro, we get information in both the cases, skimming and scanning. The purpose of both of these is getting information, but with saving a lot of time. This is the point. Okay, I guess everybody is not very clear about it. Okay, Miss Shumaila, all right. Thank you very much for your input. Okay, yes. Okay. Okay, Imran, thank you for your input. Abdul Hai, skimming is general ideas. All right. Okay, yes, this is the main difference here. Skimming is getting the general idea while scanning is getting the main, not the main idea. Scanning is getting a particular idea, a particular specific information. We will see how to do that. Let's quickly move on. All right. Now, this is something about skimming. Skimming is very important and can be used in three ways. We will talk about these two definitions more specifically, more in detail when we are doing the exercises so that you people are getting a clear idea of what skimming and scanning is. Some rules are here. Let's look at them first. Then we will go on to do some training and practice. Okay, let's talk about skimming first. Skimming is a very important technique in reading and it can be useful in three ways. All the three ways are mentioned here. First is skimming is pre-reading. Okay, skimming is helpful in pre-reading. Skimming is more thorough than simple previewing and can give a more accurate picture of text to be read later. What is pre-reading? What do I mean by pre-reading? You are not reading the whole text. Pre means before. before reading. It means you are getting something, you are quickly skimming the text to get the clear idea without reading the whole text. How to do it, we'll talk about later. Reviewing. It can be very useful for pre-reading, it can be useful for reviewing. Skimming is useful for reviewing text already read. For example, you have read a novel quickly, okay, not a novel. Let's say that you have read an essay. Now you want to read it again. You don't have to read it again. You have to simply skim through it. By skimming through it, you will quickly look at the main ideas. How to look at the main ideas? That is to remain to be solved. We will go into that. Let's just stick with these points. Okay, means some text you forget exactly. Exactly, yes. You do not need to read the whole thing because you haven't forget everything. You have forget some main points. You are quickly revising it, reviewing it through skimming. Miss Shumaila Sattar, you will not be allowed in my class. Here you go. Okay, people. All right, I am having some security problems here. One moment. Your classes, I do not know why the strength is only 25 participants. How many of you are having internet issues and how many of you are just pretending that they are having internet issues? I guess most of you are not even interested in taking the classes. If you are not, just let me know. I will simply post pre-recorded lectures and then it will be over. Parakerio, I see your roll number. Okay, when the class is over, kindly let me know that whether you are comfortable with online sessions or not. Otherwise, I will post pre-recorded lectures and then the problem will be solved. So people will not have to show up in the morning. Okay, let's quickly finish this. Abdul Hai, that's you only. Okay, that's one student. That's only one student. I want everybody's opinion. Lectures it is. I will post recorded lectures. Okay, there are three important areas where you can use skimming: pre-reading, reviewing, and reading. Skimming is used for quickly reading material. That does not, okay, there is a problem here. Quickly reading material that does not need more detailed attention. All right, so pre-reading, reviewing, and reading. Skimming can be helpful in all these areas. How to skim? Now the biggest question is how to do it. There are rules and all that, but how to do it? There are certain rules you have to follow while you are skimming. Okay, look at these rules. Am I audible to all of you? Okay, I hope that I am audible. I am very close to my laptop and I hope that I am audible. Okay, these are some techniques, these are some steps you have to follow while you are skimming. Number one, read the subtitle, sorry, read the title. It is very important to read the title because most of the time you have half the answer in the title. The title is what is going to be reflected in the story, what is going to be there in the story. So, number one thing is read the title quickly. Second thing you are going to do is read the subtitles or introduction or lead in paragraph. What is a lead in paragraph or introductory paragraph? The first paragraph of any essay, article, any writing is lead in paragraph. So if you are skimming, quickly read the title, then read the first paragraph, introductory paragraph, or lead in paragraph. Quickly do that. Then you are done with that. Come on to point number three. If there are subheadings, read each one of them and try to find the relationship between them. Do not read the content, simply quickly read the subheading. We are still staying on the surface. Skimming is surface reading. You do not go into the text. You do not deep dive into the text. It's very surface reading. Okay, we are going to quickly survey things without reading the whole text. Definitions, sorry, not definitions, introductions, and headings and subheadings. When you are done with that, let's move on to point number four. What you are going to do next? Read the first sentence of each remaining paragraph. For example, you have 6 paragraphs in an essay. As an example, you will read the first paragraph, you will read the headings, and then you will quickly read the first line. We talked about paragraph writing, remember? Okay, I hope that you remember that we talked about paragraph writing. We talked about the topic statement. We talked about what is a topic statement. Can somebody quickly revise what is a topic statement? Why do we use it? What is the purpose of topic statement in a paragraph? Can somebody quickly revise it? Yes, students, I'm waiting. Yes, why is the first sentence of the topic statement of the paragraph is important? My God, you people cannot even cheat. Look at this point. The main idea of each paragraph usually appears in the first sentence of the paragraph. This is the function of the topic statement. We are reading the first sentence of each paragraph to get the main idea. Exactly, exactly. Not write, you just have to understand. You don't have to write the main ideas, Imam. Sorry, Imran. Okay, the second thing is, if the author has started with an anecdote or a question, read the last sentence. For example, if the author has started with a question or something you do not quite understand, quickly move on to the last paragraph line, to last line of the paragraph to understand what the paragraph is all about. Clear? Let's move on quickly. I have an exercise ready for you. Okay, there is fifth point, deep dip into the text looking for clue words that answer who, what, how, and when. Pronouns, look at the pronouns, why they are important, because you will understand who is the person talking or who is the story based on, or who the audience is, or who the story is, or the text is targeting. Students, or I, or you, or me, or he, or she. So look at pronouns. You have to be careful about pronouns. When you are done with reading all sorry, all the topic statements, the first paragraph, and the headings, quickly read the text, but read what only? The clue words, the pronouns, the unusual words, especially the capitalized, the words which are written in capitals, and italicized words. Okay, do you understand what is italicized word? This is italicizing. These words are written in italics. If you see words written in italics and are capitalized, read them carefully. Enumerations and qualifying adjectives like most, worst, best. The last thing is, read the last paragraph completely. First and last paragraph, headings, first sentences of paragraphs, and quick skimming of the text. Now I know this sounds very difficult, but it will be easier for all of you when you are practicing. Okay, let's practice. I know I'm not asking you any question. I'm not asking you whether you are clear or not. Why? Because you haven't practiced yet. I am going to share my screen with you. Okay, is it visible to all of you? Let me know in the chat box. All right, perfect. Now quickly do me a favor. Do you see this text? Are electric cars really eco-friendly? Before we dive into this one, let's quickly talk about how to do it. First of all, let's practice skimming. When reading a text for the first time, you should skim over it to grasp the main idea. Skimming is for grasping the main idea. In this example, read the highlighted text and quickly look over the rest of the text. You have not 1 to 2 minutes, you have 4 minutes, okay? You have 4 minutes to quickly do that. Is the task clear to all of you? You have to read the text, but only the highlighted part. We are trying to skim here. Your time starts now. Quickly read the skim part. Take the main idea, then there are some questions you have to answer. Done with paragraph 1? Okay, only read the highlighted area, nothing more than that. Okay, you have 2 more minutes. Be quick. All right, everyone, the time is over. Let's quickly go to the question. And before that, again, a reminder for all of you people. Look at paragraph 1 and the last paragraph. The first paragraph and the last paragraph. Both of them are totally highlighted because you have to read both of them completely when you are skimming. And only the first sentences of each paragraph are highlighted because this is what you do in skimming. I guess you have got the clear idea, not the clear idea, let's say the main idea, the crude idea of what this article, this piece of writing is talking about. Okay, look at the heading. Are electric cars really eco-friendly? Okay, this is what it is talking about. Let's quickly go to the questions. Okay, let's answer this question first. What is the aim of this text? Look at option A. To discourage people from visiting Singapore, to prove that electric cars are less eco-friendly than fossil fuel-powered machines, to show that we need to count the emission of power station to see how green an electric car is. Yes, students, what do you think is the correct answer? Okay, Adil, B. All right, okay. But C. Marunisa, B. Okay. Okay, B. B. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. Only one guy, Ibad, is correct. The correct answer is C, not B. It is not talking about, this is not proving that the electric car is less eco-friendly than a fossil fuel powered machine. It is talking about that we need to count the emission of power station. It is clearly written in the last paragraph. But what about the bigger picture? Should we be factoring in the emission of power stations when working out how green an electric car is? The logical answer is yes. These lines mean that you have to be considerate about how much the electric power supply factories are polluting the environment. Emission shifted elsewhere are still emission, and carbon dioxide impacts the global atmosphere where it is released. So most of the people were wrong. I guess you people still need some comprehension practice. So you are not okay. The meeting is going to end in 1 minute. Rejoin people. We will talk about it when you rejoin. Yes, Sadiq, you are correct. Habib, you are correct.